me Jasmine or Ziyuan is fine.
Ziyuan, yeah, I prefer Ziyuan. We're here today to cover our Chinese Captain Zhai Mo and also his team members who are sailing to the north and going to complete their circumvention. Of Japan, they will spend 5 more days in the Sea of Japan and get into the Pacific Ocean.
I am sailing.
We have a song here.
Yeah, it's a very
captain.
romantic song for our captain.
And our captain actually, this is the first time of all human beings, because this is a non-stop 5-month journey, and I think we just lost the signal. Okay, we got the signal here. And they are going to enter into the Arctic Ocean from the northeast side of that ocean and then get into the northwest side, which is the hardest part of that. And today we're going to talk about the top 5 challenges he and his team is going to have in this 4-month-long journey. Maybe 5 months, I don't know. It depends, you know. And
yeah, so Fanny is doing most of the talking because she actually has been on the boat, the ship, for twice already, and she is able to get a closer idea of what sailing is gonna be like, especially on what they're going to eat and what they're going to wear, what they're going to use to cover themselves. Because I heard this is like a non-stop. They're not going to go
they don't have any other supply in the whole journey. And also we will talk more about my feelings on the boat, actually, because this is not that easy to get everyone on there. It's a very small sailing boat. And also we're going to have more questions for our captain only in Mandarin, but we will translate it in English definitely, because our Captain Zhai Mo don't understand English. But I still think we should welcome our Captain Zhai Mo now to join us. So let our control room to do their job and get our captain online. Hello, 翟老师. Hello.
你好，大家好。
Yeah, I think
Hello, everyone.
the camera frozen.
Yeah.
But it's fine. We're going to talk more about our captain. So actually, our captain is not a professional sailor. Do you know about that part?
But how did he start?
Well, actually, so I think we get the signal now, right?
No,
It's
I think
frozen
us,
again. Yeah.
I think it's us talking. So yeah, just
All right.
go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about his life. Actually, he's a painter instead of a sailor. The first time when he started his sailing life on the ocean is because he wanted to go to the Tahiti place, where we know there's a very famous painting was done by Paul Gauguin, which is called The Women of Tahiti. So that's the original intention that made him to start this whole thing. And the first time was a 28-day long sailing, also non-stop. And it's surrounding the New Zealand island. And then he get to the Tahiti and stay there for a while. And then he find out, well, this is the life I want to have. And after that, he started a lot of different kind of adventure on the sea.
But before you go into it, I'm just curious because it's a he's not going to dock any place, and this is, as you just mentioned, is non-power. So if there is no engine on the boat, they just sail.
Yeah.
Like how are they doing it though?
They have the power generator, but that is not for sailing. That's only for example, do our live stream and have the satellite, have the signal to talk with the people on land, but that's not for sailing.
So it's more like a battery. It's more like a
Yeah,
charge
big
station for
Exactly.
like electronic use, but it's not for actually helping the sailing of the boat going across the. Oh, okay,
No,
interesting.
I think the only one part that generator will help the sailing is only in river. So before they go out, I mean to the East Sea, they were in Shanghai, the port of Shanghai. From there to the sea, you need the generator. Because the wind is not enough. Inside the city, you know, the wind is not heavy enough to push the boat to get into the ocean. But once they get into the sea, they will turn that generator off. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Wow.
That's
very
the part.
environmental friendly and like you. So do they have to watch the wind and get an estimate, or it's like an autopilot system? They can go on their own along the wind, go with the wind.
They actually have the autopilot system, but that system, they will set up a system once they catch the wind. So they should catch the wind first by the sails, and then move by the autopilot. But the problem is the autopilot looks like broken last night.
Oh, so it's pretty much like catch on the wave, and then you can pretty much use like the momentum system in the boat.
Catch on the wind, not wave. Yeah, catch on, if it's catching the wave, that's surfing.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me double check with the control room if we get the signal, because I know for now our audience can see the dock of the boat, but no one is there. And actually our captain is there, but the camera cannot get the signal for us. And I think we are frozen as well.
Yeah. So I don't know if we're going anywhere from this. Finger crossed.
But we can keep talking because our audience can see that.
Yeah. So
let's talk more about
and don't remember to submit your comments and also your thoughts to no matter it's CGTN's official website or is the Facebook and all the social media platform, also as well as Frontline. So you guys can submit your question and we will ask and also raise it to Captain so you can have a better idea of the subject matters that you're interested in. So make sure to just write down your comments and then we will ask the question you're interested in.
Exactly. And here you see my laptop. I got everything here. So not just CGTN platforms, but also on Weibo, Facebook, YouTube, and also you can get to Frontline page as well. We will take care of all the comments there. And I think I just heard a signal
Or
that
maybe you
we
can just
can
refresh
get,
the page and then we will see.
Yeah, let's see if we can get our captain online.
Maybe it's
right
the laptop, it's not the signal.
Now.
It seems like you're losing the internet, not them.
So I guess now we can welcome our Captain Zhai Mo to join us. Hello, 翟老师，能听见我们说话吗
Hello, Mr. Zhai. Can you hear us?
翟老师放弃去吃小面包。
Still cannot hear that. Hello?
I'm seeing if he's like
Giving up.
ran away and then grabbed a snack and then just chilling and then us like sitting here. And
Actually our captain is not, this is not the first time he's doing something like we call a little bit crazy. It's not the first time. He actually did a circumnavigation only by himself between 2007 and 2009 on a sailboat. Well, that was a stop, but he has different kind of part. He will get there. But that was huge because he's the first human that using a sailing boat only by himself, and that boat was only like 12 meters long. It's a pretty small.
But he got a crew this time, right? Yeah. Not just himself, right? Got
Three,
some manpower on the sailboat.
Okay, let's try our internet again.
And then see if we can get an idea.
翟老师 ，Hello， 能看见我们吗
哎，你好，你好。
？Hello， 翟
Hello,
老师
everyone.
能听到吗？翟老师？
我没有。
It's good? It's good now, right? Okay, I think we just lost the signal.
Okay.
Okay.
So extend our conversation on the crew. So who are the members on the boat this time?
Yeah, the members, one was also another sailor who did circumnavigation before with another captain. And also, he is a friend with our Captain Zhai long time ago. Another one is a Russian sailor. His name, I think it's called Mihayo. I don't know if I.
So cute. Sounds like a Japanese name.
But he can speak Chinese. That's the great part.
How did they run into each other? How did they know each other?
I heard about the first sailor who did the circumnavigation before with another captain. His name is Lao Tie, and he met Captain Zhai before. I think it was in Xiamen, east of China, and they were there to doing some preparation for Captain Zhai's another sailing before. And I think that one was like sailing across all Chinese coast before. That was in 2016, no, 2014, something, I don't know. But Captain Zhai met with Misha, the Russian guy also called Misha. Misha is his Chinese name. He met him on the Qingdao, I think. Qingdao, or I think it's a small port in Shandong province. And they parked their sailing boat together.
They docked their sailing boat
Yeah,
together.
and that's the place they met each other and became friends. And after that, this is actually the first time that Misha joined Captain Zhai's sailing life. Yeah.
So if you're meant to be together, you are gonna be together. You will meet no matter like which corner of this world, but you like
do it.
yeah, you
together.
still
And
be
that's
together and do
actually
something fun.
Misha has already stayed in China for 15 years.
Oh,
That's how his Chinese was that good.
yeah. Something to equip with.
Exactly. And also, I talked with Captain Zhai before, like in the past 2 days. Well, at the beginning, after they sailed out from Shanghai, that was fine. The sea was peaceful. But like 5 days, in the 5 days, the 5th days and the 6th days, they get very huge wave there, like 3 meters to 5 meters something. And according to Captain Zhai, it was unusual, especially in that area, because it's not out of the ocean. It's still like inside the sea. It's not even past the Sea of Japan. So that's very unusual, and that's also the reason broke their autopilot. Yeah. And but I think there's even worse thing they were heading to in the Arctic Ocean.
I'm always curious because like in the feature films, you will see like little sailboat caught in the wave. But sometimes I'm also curious because you pretty much have to utilize the wind to actually sail. So like what's the pros and cons and how do you balance how much of the natural power you're going to use? I think it's a very interesting
现在可以了吗？
question for-
现在有信号了。
Can you hear me?
I think it's very interesting for Captain Zhai. Yeah.
Yeah.
起表了。
I think we get the signal back.
You're losing
多
your
少？
internet again.
Yeah, again.
700。OK。
We're not good with our internet today either. Yeah.
Okay, I think we get our Captain Zhai here. Zhai 老师 hello.
Hello, Mr. Zhai.
Okay. We're going to
Hey,
talk a little
你好，大
bit
家好。
more about the past 2 days because we heard about there's 5-meter
我们信
wave.
号了。
Is that bad? Is that dangerous? Can you tell us more about the wave? And is there like even higher wave in front of you? 就是翟老师，我刚刚问的问题就是说呢，前2天您曾经跟我们说过遇到这个3米、5米的这种大浪，那么这种大浪常见吗？然后还有包括接下来前往北极的这个过程当中，还会遇到这样的情况，或者是更严重的情况吗？
像这种恶劣的天气的话，因为特别是在北方，
I think in bad weather like this,
遇到这样的一个情况，因为这是从黄海，
it's not something that we encounter every day.
还没有接
When
到
we
这样的
departure from
还
Shanghai,
没有预报嘛，这个是一
and
个低压，
we didn't receive
飞
any
也快，
weather forecast concerning this. So this is a very sudden
这个
weather condition.
风力
And after we entered the Tsushima Strait, the wind suddenly became stronger to about 7 to 8 degrees, which caused great danger and challenge for us.
大风
And also, we are facing this headwind.
大涌一直在这个压着船头，
and will cause very high waves, and which will make it more difficult for us to sail. Hopefully the weather can get better, and today we see that the wind is getting more mild. The wind is.
When you're talking about the future days, is that mean still inside the Sea of Japan, or you mean the Pacific Ocean? 我是说，您刚刚说这个未来几天是只是还是在日本海域呢，还是说这个往这个北极走了，到了太平洋上还能这么平静？因为那个是一个大洋，就是这跟海域，
哦，那没有，我那个未来的4天都在日本海航行。
In the next 4 days, we're still sailing in the Japanese Sea, and we still have about 690
and
aquatic
also
miles.
there's a next challenge, I guess, because I talked with our Professor Qu Feng before, and he told me there is something called icebound in the Arctic area. So will that be a problem? Because actually I think you are sailing more faster than before. Will that help you to avoid those kind of challenge? 我之前跟曲峰教授在聊的时候呢，有聊到过这个到达了北冰洋以后的这种困难，其中包括一个就是这个冰山啊会把这个船给围起来，可能会挤到一起。这个是一个很严重的情况吗？另外就是，我觉得您现在这个航速其实已经比之前快了，那这种能够帮助您提前，比如说通过这样子的障碍吗？
那我没听清楚，你再说一遍吗？
翟老师，您再说一下，听不清。
喂。
啊，我再说一遍。
对。
啊，我刚刚说的就是说，这个之前跟曲峰老师在这个聊的过程当中，曲峰老师提及到了这个冰山会把船挤到一起，这是有可能到达北极以后最大的障碍。喂，翟老师。老师，就是想聊一下到达北冰洋以后的这个冰山，这个会是一个巨大的障碍吗？
我没听。那个现在就是没风，对我们来说是一个非常大的一个障碍，因为我们现在需要赶时间。
Currently, we are on a very tight schedule. If we, before July the 25th, we can reach the strait called the strait called the Bering Strait, it would be better for us.
Okay, so the next question is, you are moving so faster right now. Will that help you to avoid the icebound in the Arctic area? Because that was the thing we heard before, that will be the biggest challenge in the Arctic Ocean. 翟老师，现在能听清吗？哎，我们下一个问题就是说，这个前往北冰洋这个冰山啊，之前您反复提及这个冰山。就是会成为北冰洋里面比较严重的一个障碍。那如果现在开得比较快，赶到白令海峡，提前赶到的话，能不能够让您，比如说提前通过这样的障碍呢？能不能够就是说避免这样的这种冰山带来的这种危险
呢？现在目前。我们接到的那个专家给我们提供的天气预报的那种冰情的。
And we've been hearing from the experts on the forecast of the weather in the next few days.
叫拉普特，通过那个丘克奇海 那个地方现在目前还是结着冰，而且是。
And so the forecast that we have received right now shows that the shipping lane from Bering Strait is still frozen, and hopefully we can reach there before July the 25th, and hopefully by then the ice will melt, and so that we can pass the strait. But we still are expecting icebergs and icebanks on our journey ahead of us.
Zhai 老师你好，其实我刚刚想就着您的问题，就是因为我是一个小白，我也没登上翟老师的船，我就完全是一个吃瓜群众在看在了解这件事情。
So I'm basically I don't have a lot of information about your journey, so I'm very curious. So you said that it would be ideal if we can reach the Bering Strait before July the 25th, but what would be like the date that you have to arrive at Bering Strait before a date? Have you set a date? If you didn't reach the Bering Strait before that date, and you would probably choose to return or anything for safety concerns. After we enter the Bering Strait, we'll take the northeast shipping lane, and we must transfer to the northwest lane as soon as possible. And that would be the most difficult part to our journey. If we didn't make it in 2 to 3 days, we would basically be frozen in between the Bering Strait and Bering Strait, and we have to stay there until the next summer before we can leave.
So let me just brief myself. I just asked a question. So what's the deadline to? So he says to reach certain points on July 25th, right? And
It's called
sorry,
Bering Strait.
Bering Strait. That word just out of my mind. And then he said if he didn't, and then he has to pass that within 2 or 3 days. Otherwise, he would get frozen there. So my question is, what's your deadline? Like, as a reporter, you always have to follow your story. But I want to ask what's his deadline to actually pass the hardest parts, because he is afraid of being frozen there. Yeah.
Exactly. So I guess the next question will be, if you're frozen there, how you prepare for your clothing? 翟老师，我的下一个问题，那么就着刚才说到这个到达西北航线啊，进入北冰洋以后，这个情况，就如果这个时间到不了的话，它可能会冻在那里。那么这种情况的话，你们的衣服是怎么准备的？您能跟我们聊一下这一块的内容？
我们是计划打着最坏的一个打算。如果是在皮尔海峡，如果是被冻住了，那我们有航海，就是-50多度的寒冷的服装。
We have prepared clothes that can sustain about -50 degrees Celsius, and there's also the danger of encountering polar bears. And we've prepared this kind of firecrackers and axes, and I can show you some of our equipment here. These are pistons to send signals and to drive the polar bears away. These are firecrackers.
那个这主要是为了什么呢？为了驱赶北极熊，然后
These are
我们这
meant
个
to
整个的
drive the
船
polar bears
那个
away so that will not
要全部
disturb
用那个
us.
防寒的篷布要全部遮起来。
And
因为
the
这个我
ship
们都
will
是
must
做好
be
这方面的
covered
防御，就是对
by
寒冷的时候做防
by
御的一些准备。
cold-proof cloth.
包括我们的
And
粮
this
食
is special
也
cloth
是为
you
了
can
什么？
stand
考虑
very
在
cold
万一被
weather.
冻住了，
And
我
we
们要
have
怎么在那地
prepared
方能
enough
生存下去？
food to sustain to sustain us in very harsh conditions.
Okay, I guess our Captain Zhai just mentioned another very big challenge there in the Arctic Ocean is the polar bear.
But sometimes when we look at polar bears, it's just cuteness and fuzziness. But now it's completely a different level. It's something life-threatening. It's not just a cold, but also fuzzy big animals you have to watch out for.
Yeah, and this is totally different thing if you are in the Arctic Ocean and also in the zoo.
Yeah.
All right, so he talked about the animal, and also we think about, because this is going to be a very, very long way to go, long journey. I mean, 4 months is not that easy to get there. Actually, my next question, I want to ask about the mental health. So,
That's why we start off with that song, I'm Sailing, because it's not an easy way to sail such a long journey, especially, it also reminds me the life of Pi, because you pretty much
Exactly.
got stuck in that little boat and then you don't have anyone, well, you do have someone to talk to, but it's still, you're staying with like your staff and also your crew for the long time, so I'm very interested to listen to Captain Zhai's answer on this.
yeah, I'm very curious about that at the very beginning when I met him as well, because although all these 3 sailors are or have very long and very they are very experienced in the long journey, but now put them together. So how would they manage that? I mean, this is different when people stay with another person for like 4 months long. So I'm going to ask this question. 翟老师，下一个问题啊，就是因为您刚刚说到这个到了北极可能会被冻住呀等等，那这个就是说即使不是，哎，好的。
大点声。
我的问题就是说，在这个4个月这么长时间的这个旅程当中，那么尽管您3位老师，哎，翟老师现在听得清吗？
我
再说一
没听到。
遍试试看。我慢慢说。哦，翟老师在吃什么？看起来很香。
你说。
我的问题是在这个长航当中，尽管3位老师都有长航的经历，但是长时间的3个人待在一个空间里面，其实对于这个心理的状态、心理健康是一种挑战。您能跟我们说说这方面的困难吗？
那个我们3个算是老男人了，大概都在50岁。
We are grown-up men in our 50s.
整个也走过丝绸之路啊，然后
And we
老铁
have
是跟着魏军船长走
accompanied
过
each other on the Silk
环球，
Road
然后对
and on the on the global transglobal journey.
就是船上的包括海况都有非常丰
We've
富的这种经验。
encountered
所以说
very
我们
hard
3个男人应
conditions,
该说
and
配
all
合
of
的
us
相
are
对的这
very
非常默契，
experienced,
因为包
and
括
we are very good
值班、
partners,
工
and
作、休息，
cooperating
然后
smoothly and
包括还大家一
seamlessly
块喝
with
酒，
each other.
应该是
And
心
we
情还是不错
enjoy。each other's company, and so
就是前天的时候，
we
因为风浪大嘛，我
we
们
don't
就
need
说
to
全
worry
是
about our
没有用
psychological
自动舵，全是
condition
用手动舵，
actually.
是比较累的。
But a
因为
few
这段时间
days
应该说有一个适
ago,
应过程。
our autopilot
心
stopped
态或者
working,
心情吧，还
and
是
we have
比
to
较
do
舒服。
everything manually. This is a new condition for us, and it caused a bit of stress to us.
可以。
可以，翟老师。
可以吗？ 是
我们
给你们
其实也有，
吃我们
我们也有煎饼。哦，Can we see Misha?
But our signal.
你们现在想看看米莎现在
Our
正好
laptop is
做
not
什么吗？
cooperating. We lost our signal like 10 times already during this.
给我们介绍一下米莎吧，让我们见一
Can you tell
见
us
米
more
莎吧，
about
大
Misha?
厨 the chef on the boat.
Can we see him?
哇
要不要看看我们的米莎在
来，我
做什么
们一起来
晚餐嘛？
看一下。
OK， come in。
吃不到可以馋吗？吃不到就看看就好了。
没有煎饼。
人家是用勺子，我在这儿开包子吗？惨。
没事。啊？
So you're not sure about their signal, but while they are looking for the shot, so this is it's back. Okay, cool.
好，加班。
It's on and off.
然后看一下我们的甲板，前几天的时，前
Let's
前
take a
几天
look
我
at
们
the
到了
deck.
遇到大浪的时候，
And a
就
few
是
days ago, we
整个的
experienced
甲板
very
全部
strong
变成
wind
了，
and waves, and the entire deck
就感觉浮石的这种锈色。
is submerged, and
我们也把
they
那个
got
太
this
阳能板
kind
全
of
部拆
erosion. They got the stains.
I'm not sure if we can get the signal now.
啊，
Okay.
有信号吗？
It's good now. It looks like frozen before.
Yeah.
啊，
Yeah.
这个看
Would they see dolphin?
Yeah, probably. Because they
But
said
too
they
long.
can even touch the dolphin.
这是我们前几天的时候，都遇到大浪嘛。
So a few days ago, as I mentioned, we
完了，这个所有的
encountered
太阳能板都不能工作了。
very strong waves,
所以说我们
and
现
a lot
在
of the
失去了
parts
一
of the
个
ship stopped
发
functioning.
电的系统
And，
现
we
在主要
also
靠
have lost
柴油
the
来发电。
generator, and currently we have to rely on diesels to generate power.
Yeah, we can see those solar
Yeah.
power panels.
But he, so he just said there is a new way to generate electricity. So let me just follow up on that. 翟老师，您刚刚说你们是发明了一个新的方法发电是吗？
这个就是本来是我们要增加太阳能的这种发电的，
We used to rely on these PV panels,
装那个太阳能板全部坏掉了，就没法，
but
就是我们没法用
they
那个
have been succumbed in
就是太阳能板来
bad
发电。
weather.
现在用
And currently we have to rely on the diesel generator.
说对我们来说又有困难。
And that just constitutes more challenge to us.
We got the
signal back?
pancakes. We got
No
the
way, though.
water.
Yeah. Do you want to talk more about this water? I mean,
It's so fancy. Like, what is it? What is it for? Is it like just mineral water? I think it's very interesting because like I'm a workout gal, so like look at this. It's all like rice and then corn, soybean, and then all this very good stuff like plant oil and baking soda and then just pure water. It's just like very, very healthy, this kind
Exactly.
of pancakes, but I don't
and
know.
this is our Captain Zhai's favorite.
And that's just something he ate, I think, with the spoon. And then, because like when you touch it, it's very soft. I don't want to tear it open because I don't want to waste like food, like, since I'm not eating it yet. But
Well,
yeah.
刚刚那个米莎给我说，我们现在那个
Misha
船舱
just talked
有
to
股
me
臭的味道
saying。that
刚才就是因
there's
为没有
a bit of a weird smell in our cabin.
不得不扔掉了，因为变味变质了。
Hi, Misha.
Because some food has turned bad, we are guessing.
Frozen again.
Yeah, the signal is on and off.
Yeah, just signal is not.
Huh?
back.
是啊，
Okay, let's talk more about the water.
Okay.
Because at the beginning they were planning to have the bottles of water, like the huge bottles with like the big one, the 5 liters. But then they changed into this one, the plastic bag, because they want to save the room. They don't want to put a lot of empty bottle inside of the boat. So that's why they changed, turning to this. And actually, this is not just you can reuse it.
I know. It's,
Yeah.
it's for like marathon because lots of like runners they carry like water bags with them because it's easy to refuel as well as easy to carry, and then you can just pretty much click it on the bag. No ads here, but it's something. It's my first time to see this kind of packaging, so it's also it's high strontium water, so that means it's actually to give them supply of
Yeah.
minerals while they are on the boat, and that's what the pancake is for, I guess.
Yeah, because they are not going to have any stop on their way. Oh, again, so we're going to mention that again. This is a coverage for Chinese Captain Zhai Mo and also his team members. CGTN is going to cover this story for 4 months, at least 4 months. It depends. It could be 5 months longer. And they have already finished their first part outside from China and get into the Sea of Japan, and they will get into the Pacific Ocean in the next 5 days, I guess. And then they will head to the north to finish their circumvention in the Arctic area. So follow CGTN and also Frontline page as well to give us your questions, any comments, because I have a laptop here. We can see how you like our stories and what you want to ask our captain. We're going to cover all of this in our live stream. Oh, and we will have more live stream later because this is a 4-month long thing.
So do we have any questions? Maybe we can look through that. And then I think he's taking us on a tour to take an inside look of the cabinet.
Okay. Yeah, we got a signal back.
Okay.
现在我们准备了整个的什么，但是又变质了，就是因为这个
Some
船
of
舱里边
our
太热嘛，没有
substance
冰
have
箱，
gone bad because
因为
of
已经发臭
the
了。
the temperature, the hot temperature. We don't have a refrigerator,
所以说我
so
们要尽快
some
把
of
这处理掉。
there is very strange smell in the cabin right now. We'll have to get rid of some of the food that has gone bad.
全是做的那种比较。 而且是
那如果说船上的吃完了，你们自己会钓鱼吗？
If you are running out of food, will you go fishing?
我们要钓鱼，我们今天在那拖钩，拖了一天
We
了。
will.
昨天开始拖到现在。
Yesterday we
都没有
were
拖到鱼。
trying to fish, but without any luck yesterday.
我们需要吃到
我说没
皮。
有拖到鱼，是因为天气的原因吗？
啊，因为这地方的鱼基本上让人给捕捞的比较干净。
Because this is a fishing area, and there aren't a lot of fish available. If we were in the South Pacific, it would be easier
本来我们可以钓到鱼以后改善一
to
下我们的
obtain
生活。
fish. If we can get any fish, will be an improvement to our diet.
那今天必须我们要全部处理掉，要不否则的话，我们的
那能吃
We
完
have
吗？
to get rid of the food that has gone bad today, otherwise it will pollute
没
the
有没有，我们
air
没法吃
and
了，
will
因为它
create
它的都已经
very
就
strange
是有的全
smell.
部给坏掉了，其他
And
的
we
还有
can't
还
eat
可以
them
我们要煎
obviously because most of them
能保
have
存下来的东西
has
还
gone
放
bad.
一个别的房间嘛。因为
And
现在整个那个房
we
间
are
是比
thinking
较
of
热的，
keeping the food in another room because the temperature in the previous storage room is probably too high for the food.
Because he said earlier, because of the solar panel all broken, so the room it's very hot and humid at this point, so all the food just went bad.
哎，好，
There are a lot of stories about the Arctic area, and those stories will be not.
那个这次去北冰洋，然后也准备了，就是在这之前，
We
也
have prepared a lot of
买了几本
substance
关于
before
那个
we start our journey into the Arctic, and we have also purchased a
看
few
一下这本
books
是
on
我带的
the
书，
the Europeans' diary when they are
因为
conducting
这本
this
书
kind
是
of Arctic
挪威
journey.
的，
Take a look at this. This is one of
他们3个
the
人2010年的时候，用3体船航的北冰洋，然后他
one
们
of
的
the
路线是
Voyager,
从挪威起航，然后
the navigator that
完以后白令海峡，然后美国的
took their sail from Norway. These are Norwegian
过来的。因为
Voyager
这次我们是
who
从白令海峡，
took the
然后走
Arctic journey, but
从挪
we
威
start the
冰岛
journey
然后
from
格
a
陵兰走的
different
路线
direction,
正好给它
and
反方向的。它是
and
用了艰难性的时
we
候
are
这次
doing
我
this
们是
kind
叫
of
不
a
停靠的去航
clockwise
这是一
journey,
个挪威
and they are
出的一
doing
本书。
it in
这个
a
影
in
响
an
我航海
anti-clockwise
的是叫
way.
汉克尔，他是一个荷兰人。
This is another
2013
Voyager.
年
This
的时
is
候，我去荷兰
a
见到他。
a
2002
Hollander.
2002年的时候，他是航
I actually met this
东北航
person
线的时候
in
被冻在那个地方。
2003.
从此以
He
后，
was frozen
我就
in
有一
the
种萌生
northeast
我能航北冰洋的这样的一个计划。
in 2002 during his journey, and he was actually my
这是一个非常
inspiration
酷的一个男人，围着地球转了5圈，
inspiration
最
to
后一圈
conduct
他
his
就想航
journey.
北冰洋。
He has traveled around the
这个
world
是关
for
于
5
英雄里
times,
的航
and
线，因
this
为
this book
北
is
冰洋的
called
任何一
Lines in
个
the
航线
Ice
都是以
because
过去的那种航海的先驱
any
命名的。
Arctic Arctic passageway. Many of them are named after these famous voyagers, such as the Franklin Passageway, the Franklin Channel, the Bering Strait. So basically, all the seas and the straits are named after certain adventurers, and some of them even died during their journey. And the famous Titanic story is actually about the ship that has bumped into the iceberg of the Arctic, which caused this major shipwreck, one of the worst shipwrecks in history. So once we embarked on the journey, we are very well prepared. For example, we chose this boat that is made of aluminum alloy, and also the clothes that we are wearing. We prepare all kinds of clothes for all different weather conditions, the mist, the fog, and strong wind and low temperature, because we are expecting very strong wind upon the entrance of the Bering Strait. For example, the day before yesterday, we suddenly encountered a strong wind of over 8 degrees. Another captain told me that on the passage towards the Bering Strait, the wind can be as strong as 16 degrees. So we are also hearing from a lot of experts and listen to their advice on our journey forward.
Very informative.
And that's very huge thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get that kind of wind, they will get huge wind.
I think the challenge of this kind of sailing experience is actually, first of all, it's the uncertainty of the weather. Second of all, is your equipment, it's like the hardware. And then the third one is the coldness when you actually arrive in the region.
Yeah.
And then also the environment and also like animals.
Animals.
Yeah,
Animals.
so there are like a lot of, you listed like 5 challenges,
Yeah, I think
biggest
the
challenges.
fifth one should be their health. I mean, the mental health I just mentioned,
Right.
and also their body health. I mean, this is a long way, and they need to keep safe.
We're hearing from this live streaming. According to what I know, so he just mentioned he's going to be traveling in the Japanese Ocean for Japanese Sea for
Sea of Japan,
just
yeah.
Sea of Japan for a while, and then after that is more of the challenges ahead of them. So, wow. Now, I think the additional challenge that we mentioned today, it's already huge. First of all, rotten food, and then solar panel gone. And then what else?
The wind.
Yeah, the wind, and also
broken the autopilot, and also the animals they are going to face when they get to the Arctic area, and also the iceberg you just mentioned.
刚才是不是断了？
Stop the boat to sailing to continue to go. And I think we can wrap up our today's live stream.
So before we go, let's just do a little review on what's your path. So So from today, what's your next step? Do you have a clear idea on that?
I think for today, their next step is continue their peaceful sailing on the Sea of Japan. Because as he just mentioned, the wind now there is not that bad right now. Because there was a cyclone before, yesterday and also 2 days before. But now it's getting peaceful. So they might have 4 or 5 days more peaceful time, and then they will face the Pacific Ocean. We still don't know what will be there, and we will have our next live stream to take a look at the Pacific Ocean. And also our audience can tell us what you want to see in our next live stream.
Make sure to leave your comments on all the platforms that we just mentioned, CGTN's Weibo, as well as Facebook, Twitter, all the places you can find us. You are able to leave your comments and raise your questions, because obviously there are so many unexpected surprises as well as fun little things that you might want to catch for the live streaming that's coming up soon in the future days.
Yeah, for the journey to the Arctic Ocean. I mean, first time for all human beings to have a non-stop sailing. It's huge. All right, so I guess we are here today, and we want to see your comments and let us know how you feel about this story. And we're going to tell our control room to get you the beautiful view of the Sea of Japan. Bye bye.